Lupillo Rivera's daughters come to his defense after one of Jenicka Lopez's comment on her podcast ignites family drama. Jenicka shared a very raw memory about the day that she found out her mom, Jenny Rivera, passed away in the tragic 2012 plane crash. She admitted that when she first heard the news, as a 15-year-old in shock, she prayed that they had the wrong Rivera, and that maybe it was her uncle Lupillo Rivera instead of her mom. Now Lupillo's daughters, Baby Rivera and Abigail, took offense to that. They went live and posted videos upset at Jenicka for saying she wished that it was their dad who died instead of Jenny. They called her out publicly, saying that she should have kept it private.
Podemos estar mal, y ella estuvo mal, y ella está mal. Jenicka Lopez está mal con su comentario de decidir específicamente desear que fue mi padre que se muriera ese día. Lo puede decir en general, pero no escoger específicamente a una persona. No. Es que me dijeron esta cosa, ok, yo entiendo, fuiste una niña, ya lo superaste, entonces habla como una persona que ya lo superó, por favor. Habla como una persona que ya no carga eso en su corazón, por favor.
Baby Rivera says that she would have appreciated if Jenicka would have came to her privately and talked to her about this, instead of going out to social media, mention it not once, but twice.
Instead of going live and commenting, tell her privately. Jennifer, I'm not discrediting about her losing her parent. This has nothing to do with that. And instead of going live and commenting, she decided to go on and talk about this subject on social media. She didn't come to me privately, so I don't have to go to her privately either. I'm not going to treat people how I want to be treated also. There's a limit. There's a limit there. You said something very hurtful. I don't have to bow down to her. I don't have to go out of my way and bend my back for nobody.
Lupillo's daughter Abigail also explained that when she first heard the comment on Jenicka's podcast years ago, she stayed quiet, but hearing it again recently shocked her and felt cold and hardcore, as if that pain was being wished upon her family. While Abigail admitted that she was never experienced the loss of a parent and can't imagine Jenicka's grief, she still believes that the same thoughts shouldn't be said out loud because they're both too morbid and hurtful.
That's something that you just don't say. Like, you might have felt it, but I just don't think it was right to say. Because it just spoke more of like how you feel in your heart. And I don't know if you were saying that to have people relate to you, but I don't think that's something that should be relatable.
In our humble opinion, we don't think that Jenicka was wishing that upon her uncle or wishing that upon her cousins. It's more like she was describing the desperate, irrational thought of a 15-year-old girl whose entire world had just fallen apart. This can be called displacement of grief, when your brain is in shock and tries to place tragedy anywhere else but on your loved one. It's not logical, it's emotional. It's also important to understand that Jenicka has said that she knows that it was wrong to think that way, and she doesn't feel that way today. That was the 15-year-old girl mid-shock, not her adult self now in 2025. But at the same time, Lupillo's daughter's feelings are valid too. None of us would ever want to hear something so morbid about our parents, no matter the context. And as Baby mentioned, maybe they're feeling a type of way because they heard about this on social media. They never heard about this in private. Hopefully the cousins don't let this turn into something bigger. The Rivera family has already been through enough dysfunction, and this doesn't have to be another reason for them not to speak to each other. At the end of the day, grief makes people think things that they don't mean. And Jenicka was just being vulnerable and honest about the darkest moment in her life. I honestly don't think she meant anything personal to her cousins or her own uncle, wishing something so bad upon them. So what do you chismosas think? Was this just too morbid for Jenicka to mention? Or could Lupillo's daughters be making more of a bigger deal about this than they should? Let me know in the comments.